folder in templates folder. Once you get provide in the templates folder, once you get provide in the templates folder, then you need to be get take care about. You need to be get provide the same thing in test scenarios folder. You need to be get provided test scenarios folder. Now, once it got provided in the test scenarios folder, you need to be get take care about in doing with rename. You need to be get take care about in doing with that rename. Considering the test scenarios underscore test scenarios related to which project, adapting project. Test scenarios related to adapting project. we need to be get take care about in considering the test scenarios related to adapting project, right? So this is how you will be taking with the scenario template. According to, based on this particular scenario template, we need to be get start, we need to be get take care about in preparing that particular respective test scenarios here. So let's see that how exactly we can take care about, let's see that how exactly we can take care about in preparing that particular respective test scenarios. So further, you need to be get understand the template. Just I will be giving with you the description. Just I'll take care about in giving with you the description. Make a note of that particular respective template. I will be giving with you the description for each and everything. Just make a note of the description of these particular template. Okay, right. Just make a note of the description. Make a note of the description of each and everything. Okay, so make a note of the description of each and everything. So take with the first one, company logo. Take with the first one, company logo. Write the description. Write the description. Logo of the company or project. Logo of the company or project. Logo of the project or company. Next, take with the next one, project ID. Next one, project ID.
ఏదో చెప్పే స్టార్టింగ్
Project ID.
నీకు లింక్ పెట్టడంలో
Write the description. Write the description. ID of the project. ID of the project. ID of the project. ID of the project. Next one, project name. Project name. Write the description. Write the description. Name of the project. Name of the project. Name of the project. Next, identified by. Identified by. Identified by. Write the description. Name of the tester. Name of the tester. Name of the tester. Name of the tester. Next one, date identified. Date identified. Date identified. Current date of. Current date of. Current date of started test scenarios. Current date of
అవి ఒక్కొక్కటి చెప్పి
started
దానికి డిస్క్రిప్షన్
test
అట్లా చెప్పు.
scenarios. Current date of started test scenarios. Current date of started test scenarios. Next, reviewed by. Reviewed by. Reviewed by. Write the description. Name of the test lead. 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 Next one, date reviewed. Date reviewed. Date reviewed. Write the description. Future date. Future date. Date reviewed. Future date. Next one, approved by. Approved by. Approved by. Write the description. Name of the tester. Name, sorry, name of the test lead. Approved by. Name of the test lead. Name of the test lead. Next one, date approved. Next one, date approved. Date approved. Description, future date. Future date. Date approved is future date. Take the next one, TS. Next one is TS. Future date. Next one is TS. Test scenario ID. Test scenario ID or test scenario number. Test scenario ID. Test scenario ID or test scenario number. Test scenario ID or test scenario number. Test scenario ID or test scenario number. Next, requirement ID. Requirement ID or requirement number. Requirement ID. Requirement ID or requirement number. Next one, main functionality. Main functionality. Main functionality. Write the description. Name of the page. Name of the page. Name of the page or module. Name of the page or module. Name of the page or module. Right, the next one. Test the scenario description. Test the scenario description. Test the scenario description. What need to be tested? What need to be tested? What need to be tested? Next one. Test the case name or ID. Test the case name or ID. Write the description. Name of the test case. Name of the test case or ID of the test case. Name of the test case or ID of the test case. Name of the test case or ID of the test case. Next one. Document ID or reference. Document or reference. Document ID or reference. Write the description. Documents to be referred. Documents to be referred to prepare test scenarios. Documents to be referred to prepare test scenarios. Documents to be referred to prepare test scenarios. To prepare test scenarios. Next, comments. Next one, comments. More information. More information related to. More information related to test scenarios. More information related to test scenarios. Related to test scenarios. Related to test scenarios. Okay, right. Now, this is what the template, according to this particular template, we have to take care about in preparing test scenarios. So let's see that how we can do. I'll just take care about some of the test scenarios. In the same way, you guys need to be get continued. In the same way, you guys need to be get continued taking care about that particular respective scenarios. Let's see that. First, we need to begin provide company
రికార్డ్
logo.
నేను చేస్తున్నాను.
So
హెడ్సెట్
now,
పెట్టుకుంటావా?
according to our
అది
project,
2
from
సౌండ్
where
వచ్చి
you can
గిజ్
get
అంటున్నాను.
this company logo. According to our project, from where we can get this company logo. Mhm. We are working with Adactin project. For our Adactin project, from
హెడ్సెట్
where we can
పెట్టుకోవా?
get that company logo.
లేకపోతే నువ్వైనా రికార్డ్ చేయి. నేను
Yes,
బ్లూటూత్ పెట్టుకుంటా.
absolutely. We can take care about in referring with SRS document. If we just refer this particular SRS document, in the SRS document, we are able to see that this particular logo, we need to be get provide. This particular logo, we need to be get provide in that particular required document. Further, as simple as you need to be get take care about utilizing with the tool name that you will be taking with the tool name considering the snipping tool. You need to be get take care about utilizing with the tool name that you will be taking with snipping tool. So you need to be get take care about that particular logo. We need to be get take care about that particular respective logo need to be get provided. See that. So which need to be get provide that particular respective logo here. This is how we need to be get take care about in providing that particular respective logo has been provided. Next, we need to be get provide that particular respective project ID. We need to be get provide this particular respective project ID. You guys can make a note of these particular project ID details. Everyone need to be get followed with the same. Everyone need to be get followed with the same. Okay, so now you can see here which you will be taking with ADT 0 uh, ADT 008. If I'm taking with your respective project ID, which need to be get considering the ADT 008. Everyone need to follow the same. So all you guys need to be get follow the standards. You can mention that our project ID, which you can mention with the project ID considering that ADT, considering that ADT 008. Okay, right. After that, you need to be get take care about the project name, which need to be get, which need to be get take care about that particular project name. You need to be get provide name of the project. You need to be get take care about in providing name of the project, the name of the project which you are considering that adapting. The name of the project you are considering that adapting. Then you will be taking with identified by. If I'm taking with identified by, that is nothing but name of the tester. I'm just taking care about writing with the my name. When you guys are preparing, you guys need to be get take care about your respective name here, right? And then need to be get provided considering the date identified. This particular date identified, this particular date identified, nothing but you will be taking with current date. So what exactly that particular current date is there? You need to be get provide that particular current date. After that, you need to be get provide reviewed by. Reviewed by is nothing but test lead. Reviewed by is nothing but taking care about test lead only. So this particular test lead, this particular reviewed by taking care about this particular respective test lead, right? So need to be get considering that taking with this particular respective test lead here. So we need to be get provide name of the test lead. After that date reviewed, that you will be taking with future date. So which need to be get provide that you will be considering the future date, right? So which need to be get taking care about in considering the future date. Then you will be taking with approved by, that you will be taking with name of the test lead only, and that particular date approved. So date approved also you will be taking with future date. So in this way, you guys need to be get take care about our respective guidelines of test scenarios related to the test scenarios. This is what we need to be get followed. Okay, so now we need to be get start our main scenarios. We need to be get start writing with our main scenarios. Let's see that how exactly we can write it. So for that, first we need to be get provide TS 001. We need to be get provide TS 001. Just 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute. Need to be get provide this particular one TS. If I'm taking with this particular TS, we need to be get provide this the scenario ID that we will be taking with 001. We need to be get provide taking with just the scenario ID. We are getting starting with the series of 001. It's not like mandatory that it's not like mandatory that everyone need to be get start with the same. We need to be get take care about in mentioning that TS 001. Okay. So now we need to be get take care about requirement number. You guys can refer your requirement document. If you refer your SRS document, in that particular SRS document, you will be able to see the one particular requirement number 3.1. You are able to see that particular requirement number 3.1. The same thing need to be get provided mentioning the 3.1, right? So after that, you need to be get take care about this particular main functionality. We need to be get taking care about this particular respective main functionality, right? So if I'm taking with this particular respective main functionality, the meaning of main functionality, the meaning of main functionality is name of the page or module, name of the page or module. So further, we need to be get take care about what is the name of the page, new user registration, name of the page, new user registration. So we need to be get provide, we need to be get provide new user registration. We need to be get provided name of the page considering the new user registration. Next, you will be taking with test scenario description. Meaning of the test scenario, what need to be tested. Meaning of the test scenario, what need to be tested. So according to your understanding, you guys can refer the requirement number 3.1. By referring this requirement number 3.1, what exactly mainly we have to test it? What exactly the main functionality we can test it according to your understanding? According to your understanding, what is the main functionality we can test it? Right. So the main thing we need to be get tested, the main thing we need to be get take care about in testing that registration functionality, right? We can say that this particular registration functionality, nothing but this register button functionality, right? So that is what we need to be get take care about it. So that we will be mentioning about in writing. See that how we are writing. So we need to be get mention in the verify register button functionality. Verify register button functionality. Verify register button functionality. After that, we need to be get provide that particular respective test case name or test case ID. For today, this will be empty. But today, this will be empty because for now, we need to be get take care about writing with the test cases. Sorry, writing with the test scenarios. Once we write with the test scenarios, once we done with the test scenarios, then we need to be get take care about test cases. Once once we have been once we have been done with the test scenarios, after that we need to be get take care about that particular respective test cases here, right? Okay, so this you can make it as empty. Then you will be taking with document ID. Then you will be taking with document ID or reference. We need to be get take care about that particular document ID or reference. That particular document ID or reference, you are referring SRS document. We need to be get take care about in referring that particular respective SRS document. And then comment section, if required, we can provide it related to that particular functionality, related to that particular functionality. In case of any of the extra information need to be get provided, we can take care about in providing that particular required information. Okay. So in the same way, we need to be get take care about. In the same way, we need to be get take care about TS 002. TS 002. Considering the 3.1, 3.1, which is related to new user registration. Now, according to your understanding, refer your SRS document. By referring this SRS document, still what are the functionalities we can test it? Still what are the functionalities we can test it? According to your understanding. According to your understanding, what are the other functionalities we can test it? Mhm. Right. So which we can go with reset button. So we can try in taking with reset button. Okay. So that we will be mentioning third, which we will be taking with verify, right? So verify reset button. Verify reset button functionality. Verify reset button functionality. Okay, so verify reset button functionality in in new user in new user registration page. Verify reset button functionality. Verify reset button functionality in new user registration page. Then you will be taking with SRS document. Okay. So after that, you will be taking with TS 003. TS 003. Considering that 3.1. 3.1 related to new user registration. 3.1 is related to new user registration. Now you can see here. So if I'm taking with this particular one, If I'm just taking care about this particular requirement document, see the requirement document, we tested register button, we tested reset button. Still, what are the things we can test it? If I'm taking this particular one, still what are the things we can test it here? Mhm. Okay. So we can take care about, see that. So that particular username, password, those things will consider like valid username, valid password, invalid username, invalid password. Those things will come under ST cases. Those things will come under ST cases. For now, we are in the step of test the scenarios. For now, we are in the step of test the scenarios. We need to be get take care about that particular respective test the scenarios. So now we can take care about, we can take care about all these particular things. We can consider like text boxes, right? So all these are related to text boxes which need to be get confirmed that that particular text boxes has been working correctly or not. We need to be get confirmed that that particular text boxes has been working correctly or not. That you will be taking with verify, verify text box functionality, verify text box functionality in, verify text box functionality, verify text box functionality in, in, right? So verify text box functionality in new user, new user registration page. Verify text box functionality in new user registration page. Okay, and taking with this particular one SRS document, which need to be get, which need to be get taken about in referring with SRS document. Okay, and after that considering TS 004 requirement number 3.1, requirement number is 3.1. That particular 3.1 related to new user registration, new user registration. Now, according to your understanding, if I'm taking this functionality, see that you mentioned like verify text box functionality in new user registration page. But what are the text boxes we can provide that information also? What are all the text boxes we can provide that information also, that we will be taking with in the comment section? Like what are the text boxes we can provide considering the username text box, username, password, and then confirm password, confirm password. After that, which you will be taking with, which you will be taking with full name, email address, considering that full name. After that, email address, email address. After that, after that, captcha text, terms and conditions, which you will be taking with captcha text and then taking with terms and conditions. Okay, so these are all terms and conditions is not the text box, uh, captcha text, right? So what are all that particular text boxes are there? We need to be get provide list of that particular text boxes. So this is what the job role as a manual tester. Your development is totally different. Lot of coding, all the logic you will write. But here, not like just any of the coding. you have to come up with in documenting what are the functionalities need to be tested. So according to that particular project requirement, what are all that particular respective functionalities need to be get tested. We need to be get take care about that particular respective functionalities, right? So just need to be get take care about what are all that particular respective functionalities need to be tested, right? So that you will be taking with in considering the in having another functionality. So text boxes were written. After text boxes, we got in a captcha functionality, right? So we got an a captcha which need to be get take care about this particular respective captcha functionality need to be tested, right? So we need to be get take care about to test this particular functionality that we need to be writing, mentioning the verify verify captcha functionality, verify captcha functionality in new user registration page, in new user registration page, verify captcha functionality in new user registration page that you will be taking with SRS. After that, TS 005 3.1 3.1 user registration. Still, according to your understanding, any other functionalities we can test it? According to your understanding, any of the functionalities we can test it? Just you guys can refer. Uh, Data stored in database or not, that is a different step. Data has been stored or not, that is a totally different step. That will come under database testing. But for now, the main target taking care about functional. Capture refresh, we are already written. Like when we say that capture functionality, we mention that capture functionality, right? So that you will consider. Checkbox, we can consider. We got in a checkbox, right? So this particular one, we can consider a checkbox that need to be get tested. So that you will be mentioning about taking with verify, which need to get verify checkbox functionality. Verify checkbox functionality in new user. Verify checkbox functionality in new user registration page. Verify checkbox functionality in new user registration page that you will be taking with SRS. That you will be taking with SRS. After that, TS 006. TS 006. Taking with 3.1. 3.1. This 3.1 related to new user registration. Still, uh, go back to login page that we can consider. This go back to login page, go back to login page. Can we consider it is in a link? This go back to login page, can we consider this is in a link? Yes or no? But go back to login page. Can we consider as a link or not? Yes, we can consider as a link. So go back to login page, we can consider as a link, right? So now what we can do is, which we can mention that, so that you will be considering that verify links functionality, verify links functionality in verify links functionality in new user new user registration page. Verify links functionality in new user registration page. Verify links functionality in new user registration page. Third, you will be taking with SRS document, which you will be taking with, which you will be considering third, which you will take care about SRS document, right? So you need to be get take care about in considering third, taking with SRS document, right? So if I'm taking with verify links of functionality, so what are the links need to verify? If I'm taking these particular links, if I'm taking this particular links functionality, so what are the links we can verify? Go back to login page. Go back to go back to login page. Another one, terms and conditions. Terms and conditions. We can go with the two things here. One is go back to login page. Another one, terms and conditions. Terms and conditions. One you will be taking with, one you will be taking with, go back to login page. Another one, terms and conditions. Right? So this is what we can mention about. This is what we can take care about. Go back to login page and we can consider terms and conditions. These two are the links we need to be get provide. We need to be get provide this particular respective links here, right? And after that, taking care about TS 007. TS 007, taking with requirement number 3.1. 3.1 related to new user registration. 3.1 related to new user registration. Right. So now that particular 3.1 related to new user registration. Still any other things we can test it according to our understanding? Still any other things we can test it? Mhm. Still any other thing? Right. So which see password contains or not, that will come under test cases here. This heading we can consider. If I'm taking this particular one, this is you can say that heading. Reset button we are already written. So reset button we are already written. Heading we can consider. Let me write it, which you will be taking with heading. Verify heading. Verify heading in new user new user registration page. Verify heading in new user registration page. That you will be taking with document name considering that SRS, which you will be taking with document name that you will be considering that SRS. Okay. Next, TS 008 scenario number, sorry, requirement number 3.1. 3.1 related to new user registration. This 3.1 related to new user registration, right? So still any other things we can test it related to this module, right? Red color one. Red color marks nothing but can we consider as a mandatory fields? All these red color one. So all the red color one we can consider that mandatory fields here, right? So we need to be get take care about that particular respective mandatory fields that we need to be considered, which you will be taking with verify, verify mandatory, verify mandatory fields, verify mandatory fields in new user registration page. Verify mandatory fields in new user registration page that you will be taking with SRS. That you will be taking, that you will be considering the SRS. What are the mandatory fields you need to be provided? What are all that particular mandatory fields are there? What are all that particular mandatory fields are there which need to be get take care about in referring all that particular respective mandatory fields here. Okay, right. So after that, TS 009 requirement number 3.1, requirement number 3.1, 3.1 related to new user registration. So still any other things we can try? So we can try, right? So we can try with that. So once we click on register button, we need to receive an email, right? So once we click on the register button, we need to be receive an email. So either email has been received or not. Absolutely, we can test, we can consider. So verify email, verify email received functionality, verify email received functionality in new user, new user registration page, new user registration page. So verify email received functionality, verify email received functionality in in new user registration page that you will be taking with SRS. Okay. Next, you will be taking TS 010. Still, let me cross check any other things are there related to new user registration. So you guys can cross check that this particular one. Still, any other things we can do? Login details correct or not, that is a different step. Login details has been correct or not, that will be the different step. So for now, just we are taking care about what need to be tested. Still any other things we can try? Alignment, reset button we are already written. Reset button we are already written. Alignment that we can consider, but basically alignment is not like related to only this page, right? So alignment, it's not like only this particular page, as it is related to the whole application that we can write with the respective of whole application. Capture refresh we are already written. When we say that capture functionality, when we say that capture functionality, so that we can write terms and conditions also we are already written. Page layout, that part will be totally different. Page layout, that part is totally different, because that's not like only that page, right? Basically the GUI, alignment, spellings, these things you can consider like the whole applications. We need to first we need to write related to this page. Uh, Logo, in general, logo also related to whole application. You can see. Email received or not, that we are already written. Uh, Now, this logo is there. Logo mainly related to whole application. If I'm taking with the logo, if I'm taking with the logo is related to, logo is related to the whole application, right? So how to write related to whole application, that I will explain. So apart from that, the one we can try this image. As image is there, we can try this image. See that mentioning that verify image in new user registration page, considering that SRS. Okay, so most of the things were written, most of the things were written. Now, in this way, as a tester, we need to be consider our job role. We need to be get consider our job role, taking care about these particular things. Continued with the same, some more scenarios we can write. with the considering the whole application. I'm just considering whole application. Now, related to the whole application, we can say that verify logo, verify logo, verify logo for, verify logo for whole application, verify logo for whole application. Because logo, it's not like related to any one particular page, right? Which has been related to considering that whole application, we can mention that verify logo for whole application and taking with that particular document SRS, the document SRS. Then you will be taking with TS 012 considering that application. Now, logo is related to whole application. After that, this is an a header, the whole highlighted one. The whole highlighted one, you can consider that header, right? So the whole highlighted one, you can consider that taking with header. Now, this header also related to the whole application. The whole that if I'm taking with this particular whole thing, considering that which you can mention that, or you will be taking with related to whole application, that you will write. Mention that, verify. Okay. So mentioning that, taking with, verify. Right? So we need to be get take care about which need to be get take care about in considering that we need to be get take care about in considering that verify, verify, right? So verify header, verify header for whole application, verify header for whole application considering that SRS, considering that SRS. After that, taking with TS 013, TS 013, considering that application. TS 013, which is considering that application. As we mentioned that header, we can take care about footer. Verify footer for whole application. Verify footer for whole application. That you will be taking with SRS. Verify, verify footer for whole application. That you will be taking with, that you will be taking with SRS. Right? So one you will written that header and one you will be taking the footer. So if I'm taking with the header, this one will be the header. In the similar way, any application, you can take care about with the header information and taking care about footer information. So which need to be get take care about header and then taking with footer. One you will be taking with header information and one you will be taking with footer information, right? So this is what we need to be get take care about it, which you will be taking with this particular respective header and then taking with footer, right? So this is what we need to be get take care about. This is what we need to be get take care about in mentioning the considering the taking with this particular respective header information and footer information. So one he will be taking with, one he will be taking with header, and one he will be taking with that particular footer. So that related to the whole application,
అది
we
ఎక్కడ
need to be right
లొకేషన్
related to whole
లొకేషన్
application. And after that, we need to be get continued TS 014. Now you will be taking with 3.2. 3.2, 3.2. So if I'm taking with 3.2, 3.2 is related to login, right? So 3.2 is related to, if I'm taking with that particular 3.2, which will be considering the related to login, right? So if I'm taking with this particular respective 3.2, which will be considering the related to login. So if I'm taking with this particular respective login, if I'm taking with this particular respective concept, that will be taking with login. So in the login, related to the login, what is the main functionality we can test? If I'm taking with the login, if I'm taking with the login, what is the main functionality we can test it? Mhm. Related to this particular respective login, what is the main functionality we can test it? Right. So which we can take care about, which
చిన్న
we
చిన్న
can take
విషయాలు
care
ఉంటాయి
about
ఇంటర్మీడియట్
to
అంటే
test
ఆడ
this
పెద్ద పెద్ద
login button.
విషయాలు ఉండవు
We
చిన్న
need to
చిన్న
be get
వాటికే
take care about,
ఇప్పుడు
which
ఏదైనా
need to be
కలిసి
get take care
అదే
about to
ఏదైనా
test
దాంట్లో
this
ఏమి
particular
చేసిందో
login button. Now we can see, considering that verify, considering that verify login button functionality, verify login button functionality, which document it is? SRS. Verify login button functionality, which is related to SRS. Okay, done. After that, taking with TS 015, requirement number 3.2. 3.2 related to login. Now, what is the next functionality? Yes, text boxes. We can mention that verify text box functionality, verify text box functionality in login page. In login page. Verify text box functionality in login page. Right? So that they will be taking with
చిన్న చిన్న విషయాలే
verify
కదా పెద్ద
text
విషయాలు
box
కాదు వాటినే పెద్ద
functionality
యాక్టింగ్
in login page.
అదే
That they will be taking with, what are the text boxes? Username
దానివల్ల
text box,
తక్కువ
and then taking with password text box, which you will be taking with, which you will be taking with username text box, and then taking care about that particular respective password text box here, right? And after that, you will be taking care about the ES 0, 16, 3.2, 3.2 related to login, 3.2 related to login. Now, that's what we need to be tested, considering that verify, considering that verify, which need to be get mentioned, verify labels, verify labels. We need to be get take care about verify labels in login page, verify labels in login page. That will be taking with SRS document. That SRS document, what are the labels we got? Username, username label, and then taking with password label. So in this way, you guys need to come up with in documenting each and every scenario. Now, what you guys can do is the next session. The next session I'll be taking on Monday. Tomorrow there is no session. Tomorrow there is no session. The next session I'll be taking on Monday. So Monday, by Monday, I'm giving the
జనవరి
assignment.
ఫస్ట్ మాత్రం
You
క్లాస్
have to
ఉంది
write scenarios for 3.1, 3.2, 3.3.
ఏంది రేపు
Just
క్లాస్
see
రేపు
లేదా?
that.
క్లాస్ లేదు.
Refer
మండే
the whole
ఉందని చెప్పి.
requirement document
ఆయన
by
మర్చిపోయాడు
referring
కదా
with
న్యూ
the
ఇయర్
whole
అని, లేకపోతే ఆ రోజు
requirement
గుర్తొస్తే
document
చెప్తారేమో క్లాస్ లేదని.
3.1, 3.2